Hi guys, what's up? Welcome, happy Friday. I hope you guys are having an amazing start to your weekend. I've missed you guys. I haven't been on here in a little bit. I feel like my schedule of like filming has been all over the place. So yeah, I just gotta get my game back on. I have to film daily. Like, I just have to get back to that. Anyways, what's up? So for today's video, I wanted to share with you guys something really exciting, something different, something new, something that I just thought you guys would really enjoy, and I was like, I think this would be a really fun video. But before we get started, I did want to mention we got iced coffee here in my friend's little tumbler. I used the Khalifa vanilla cold brew, really good, non-dairy, and then I used the Starbucks blonde drink to put in here for the coffee. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll throw up a pic of what they look like. Okay, pretty good. Also, I am working on merch finally. I didn't officially announce it, but I just found a vendor recently. Seems like a really cool guy. My Rivka's husband used him a few times and he loves his work, so I figured I would also. I just got samples of sweaters, like quality and all of that. I really don't want it to be like crappy or anything. Last time on Instagram I did ask you guys what saying reminds you of me, and I screenshotted all of your responses so I can get a little bit of an idea of what you kind of like from me, kind of thing, you know. You know what I'm saying? That might be one. But yeah, if you have any additional things you'd like to tell me, I want you guys to be a part of this. I would love for you to be a part of this. So keep the comments coming in, and I think it could be something really exciting that we can all like feel like a part of together. Okay, so for today's video, we're going to be speaking about these 10 eyeshadow palettes. So I was on Ulta's site recently and Sephora's site a little bit, and I was thinking to myself, like, I love eyeshadow palettes. You guys seem to love it as well. And were a decent amount that I wanted to try out. You know what I mean? I have to buy every palette alive. But basically, so I was like, I think this could be a really fun idea where I just literally like almost like close my eyes, pick out 10 eyeshadow palettes, and then share with you guys swatches, first impressions on them. I mean, a lot of these are not like new, but some of them are. And then also, like, I was just really curious about all of these, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think this is gonna be fun. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Oh boy. Oh no. One of the palettes is broken completely. I was like thinking to myself, why is my skirt so dirty? Yeah, I have to contact Ulta for this one, but oh boy. Oh well, the Milani Most Wanted. Sorry. At least the other ones didn't break. We are thankful for that. Anyways, I actually have a different palette that I wasn't going to include here, but since that's broken, I'll just throw that in here, so give me a sec. I'll just show you guys what I'm talking about. I did not realize this happened until a second ago. So the first palette I wanted to speak to you guys about is the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. I think this was around like $18, so a little bit up there for sure. But I showed this like on Instagram. Well, I showed something else, and then this was like in the background, and a bunch of you guys were like, hey, like, can you swatch that? So I did go ahead and swatch it on my Instagram. And a lot of you guys seem to be very interested in this. I heard such amazing things about this palette. That's why I picked it up. Like, it was always on my mind to pick up, but I didn't necessarily like pick it up. We basically get 6 super saturated metallic shades. I would say the consistency of these so far, because I swatched the ones, is very much so like maybe like a hybrid between like a super, look, this is delicious. Maybe like a hybrid between like a Super Shock eyeshadow and a powder metallic. So I feel like this palette would be a beautiful palette to wear as like a one swipe swatch kind of thing. You know, just swipe it on the eye and go. You probably can also pair it with like one. So it is a little bit more, I don't know if the word is thicker, but you could pick up a lot when you swatch it. So I would say a little bit goes a very long way with this. The color story is also nice. I feel like there is a color from every family to the most part. And I mean, I would love for them to maybe come out with other palettes like this. I haven't tried it on the eye yet, but based on just like swatching it and like feeling the texture and everything, it seems like it's gonna be a fun one to play with, you know? Okay, the next one that I picked up is this one. I'm so excited about this because it just is giving me summer and spring vibes. And by the way, it's like 80 degrees today, so I'm like, yes, finally for New York, that's like, it's nice, you know? So this was, I think, around 24 bucks. I think that we received this brand in Ipsy or Boxy, so they weren't that popular, I would say. But then recently, I feel like they came out with a bunch of really cute collections, like the Recess collection, and then this cute Hello Kitty one. So I feel like they're kind of getting, you know, getting with the program kind of thing. So and when I saw this one, I was like, beautiful. I know that Colourpop released a Hello Kitty collection, but I love this one because each one has the Hello Kitty embossment. I used to collect Hello Kitty stationery. You know what? I have Hello Kitty stationery in the closet all the way up there. I have no idea how I'm gonna get there, but I'm gonna try to include it in here. I had it since I was in, I think, 6th or 4th grade, like legit. It's like so sentimental to me. I just wanted to give this a go to see what the vibe is like, to test out their formula, to see, you know, if the quality is good or not. I mean, they seem to have really cute collections, for example, like the Reese's collection and then this one, so I'm like curious. And then they came out with like the Easter collection and then just a few other ones actually that were just like cute, you know? So I want to see what the vibe is like. It, you know, if you look at it, it can kind of be like, that is such a Colourpop vibe type of thing, which maybe, but I don't know, I wanted to give them some love, you know what I mean? Anyways, also the packaging is cute because it's like see-through Hello Kitty. It's so cute! They actually feel very nice and very soft, and I'm pretty much just doing like one swipe swatches to the most part. We are living! Okay, so here is what we're working with. Like I mentioned, these were with one swipe swatches each. They feel very, very nice, I have to say. No chokiness really, pretty smooth, very like, just very nice. I'm kind of shocked, but also like, pretty excited to see what like what this can do for the eyes. Okay, next up we have this palette here by Tarte. Tarte used to be a brand that I used to be on top of in a way where like any release, boom bam baby, like I was on that. That might be a merch shirt too, by the way. Boom bam baby. Anyways, so when I saw this, I was like, there's something about this one that's just kind of like calling my name. I love like rosy, like purpley tones, and I felt like this provided that. Also, I haven't given them love in a really long time, so I was like, you know, I want to like a little give them love. And then also, I like the fact that it actually came with blushes as well, so it can kind of be like your go-to, you know, fast, easy palette, maybe like when I go on dates, which has been down the drain lately, let me tell you, that series is coming. Or I can just wear it when I'm just feeling myself, you know? So you get a nice amount of like brown tones and a few like purpley-ish tones, and then the blushes, or like, this is a blush, this is more of like a highlighter or like a blush topper, are more mauve toned, but very, very pretty. And I don't know if this is necessarily like a summery color story, but I feel like it could be a good everyday, day-to-day, go-to, easy 1, 2, 3 vibe palette. I will say, based on swatching it like the first time now, it doesn't seem like it's really, really nice quality. It seems very flaky and piecey to the most part. So we'll see. I mean, they seem very soft though. So usually soft shadows do work out pretty well, and I do usually have pretty good luck with Tarte shadows. So we shall play and see. How many times did I say the word see? 15. Alrighty. The next palette I picked up was this right here from Makeup Revolution. So I recently did a what's that video? Basically, like I went through my makeup collection. I went through my makeup collection and I shared with you guys my top 3 favorite products per category. And I did mention that I really loved this palette in the one second, in the light version. So this right here is medium, and they also have, I think, deep as well. I found that the quality is really nice for a drugstore palette, and I'm shocked because a lot of the times when I try out Makeup Revolution palettes, I'll be honest with you, they're just not there for me. Most of them kind of suck. They just don't blend out well. They don't last at all. They're very flaky, very chalky, very thin, and not fun to work with. However, when I purchased one of these, like the lighter version, because again, they have 3 different ones, I was like, oh, sorry, come again. Like, I was shocked to see that this was only $9 and it performed really, really nicely for a drugstore palette. I mean, I don't have majorly high expectations when it comes to drugstore palettes, especially because I feel like it's not the drugstore's strongest point. They do really, really well usually with concealers and like lip products and mascaras and all of that, but usually with eyeshadow palettes, I mean, there really hasn't been one that blew my socks off my feet kind of thing. But the light version of this kind of blew my socks off me. I mean, again, for a drugstore palette, it's good. It's not the hottest, best palette out there, but for $9, definitely one of the better ones I've tried. And then this feels great also, by the way. This feels nice, probably even better than the other one. Like the metallics don't have like that thicker feel. I probably want to pick up the 3rd version just because so far this seems like it's pretty promising. Okay, next I picked up the Lorac Mini Pro palette. This has been a little one that I wanted for so long. I haven't really used a ton of the Lorac shadows, I would say, in a while. So this right here is in Sparkling. They have this one, and then they have a, I think, more neutral one. Yeah, this right here is definitely more like a mauve tone palette. It's just like a small little guy. It's so cute, legit like the size of my hand, like credit card status vibes. It would be just such a perfect little one to travel with. If you just like small compact things, this seems like it's gonna be nice. And based on other shadows I've tried from Lorac, especially from their Pro formula, because this is from their Pro formula, really nice, very smooth. Yeah, yum, yum. Very nice, very smooth and buildable. They do have a little bit of like, what's the word? powder kick up and stuff, but that's just because they're so soft. And like, you know, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Saying. So I really miss their shadows. I feel like they used to be pretty popular maybe like 3-4 years ago. I used to own all of their bigger Lorac Pro palettes, and anything and everything they came out with, like I was on. But then like after some time I just kind of like, I don't know, stopped purchasing their stuff. Not for any particular reason. I just kind of feel like maybe they kind of got like pushed on the bandwagon kind of thing, where I wasn't that attracted to their products necessarily, you know. Love the tones. We get 3 metallics up here and then 3 mattes, so you can kind of use this as a all-around go-to palette. You can also just swipe these on the eye and call that a day. You can just throw some of these in the crease. I think this is so stunning, and I'm like eagerly waiting to see what I can do with this one. Even though there are only 6 shades, I think it does have a lot of potential. Okay, the next palette that we have up is this one right here from Wet n Wild. So I actually own a different one from them, from the same line, and I actually really liked it. Now, I wasn't fully obsessed. It's not the best drugstore palette I ever used, but I would say it's in the middle there. It does not suck, but it's not like ultimately amazing. I feel like with this specific palette or the other one that I've tried, you have to give it like a little bit more time, but you could create really pretty looks. Like with these, I guess with the other one that I've tried. I don't know with this one yet, but this one right here kind of spoke to me just because it kind of gave me like Urban Decay honey vibes, and I love especially this kind of color on my eye, like on my eyes, like it brings out my eye color basically. And I just think it is beautiful. I feel like I could bring out any eye color, truly. And I just think that these tones are so pretty. It's like more on the cooler tone side, but not overly cool toned. It's definitely not warm toned, and it's so nice. Okay, so here are the first 5 shades. I will say some of these seem pretty inconsistent. Like this one was very stiff, but this metallic was really pretty. This one was not as pigmented. The mattes seem like they're good. So that's based off my first impression, like swatching it once. Okay, then here are the remaining 5 shades. These swatch definitely much better. They're pretty much with 1 swipe swatches each. So really, really nice so far. The true test will show how they perform on the eyes, but I have high hopes for this one, I have to say. Even though like 2 of the other ones weren't like OMG, these seem like wow. Okay, next up we have this palette right here from Honest Beauty. Now Honest Beauty is a brand that I'm pretty new to. The only thing I own from them I think is just a clear blush. What? The only thing that I own from them is a cream blush. Last time when I went to Target, I shared with you guys a few of their skincare goodies, and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't really know they have like makeup. I thought they were more exclusively like a skincare brand. And so I asked you guys if you'd be interested in my like opinions and reviews on the product, because you know, why not? And so a lot of you guys actually showed a ton of interest. You were curious to know what their quality is like, if it's worth the money, if it's not. This was only 20 bucks, so I mean not too cheap, but not overly up there. Definitely more of like, I would say, I feel like a winter-y palette for me, but I feel like if I'm going to maybe a wedding, this might be a palette I would use. Whoa, this feels so smooth. I did not have high expectations. I thought it was gonna be really like down there kind of thing. It's so nice so far. Very, very smooth. Next, we have this palette right here from Colourpop. This is the That's So Taupe palette. I guess I'm like into that taupey vibe lately. Taupes I like. I feel like mauve tones look really weird on me to the most part. But it really depends. So this right here is actually one that I just literally heard the most amazing things about, and I was like, okay, what is the vibe like? So it has almost like this snake skin like packaging. I feel like with Colourpop, a lot of their releases almost kind of feel the same at times. Like they are releasing a lot of actual like collections and collaboration with like Barbie and like let's say Liz McGuire and all of that, so that's exciting. But I feel like when they come out with their own palettes with no collab really, a lot of the times they kind of seem very like redundant. You know what I mean? Like, is that the word? Like, it's very like the same. But with this one, I felt like I don't necessarily have anything like this from them per se. So I was feeling it. You get 5 mattes and 4 metallics. Here are what the shades look like swatched. If you like a nice, good taupey, brownish, somewhat cool toned eye look, I think this would be really, really pretty. I think they also did amazing with the amount of matte finishes and the amount of metallic finishes. And then I also think that they put some Super Shock finishes in here as well, because some of the like the metallic Super Shock formula, like it feels like Super Shock vibes, where it's so smooth, very creamy, and just very vibrant and almost like electric, you know what I mean? We're almost done here, only 2 more palettes. This right here is a newer one from BH Cosmetics' line. This is the 2000s Remix palette. So they have this one, I think 90s and 80s as well, I want to say, which I think is cute. I know that Urban Decay did like those smaller palettes from like, let's say I think what was it, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So Urban Decay. So BH Cosmetics did something similar, and I picked up 2000s because I really liked, again, the color story. I don't know what it is with me and cool tones lately, but we got a bunch of cool tones here, which now I'm realizing, oh my goodness. You can't make this up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. We got a cold, like pronto after this. Basically, this is like your cool toned, grayish, bluish purple palette. It's interesting because I did purchase a bunch of cool tone palettes, but this right here definitely still has such a different vibe, and I kind of like that they included these. I don't know how likely I am to mix these shades with these. I feel like when I do that, I look really off. Like I look dirty, like I look messy. So aggressive. But I can totally use these as one, like for one look, and then I use like these 9, I guess, or 10 if they send me a new one. But yeah, I think this is cool. I mean, I've been really enjoying the BH Cosmetics palettes lately. I like the color stories they come up with. I find that with them, sometimes they could be hit or miss, but more or less, they're usually more of like a hit kind of thing. Here are what the shades look like swatched. These are pretty much one swipe swatches each. So pretty. So pretty. This, like, I would say Cobalt Deep Blue really like has my heart. And I like the tones. It's so unique. It's very different. I haven't seen this kind of color story like ever. And also this like Yum. So Yum, hello. It's just so nice. I have to know what you guys think about this one. Is it like floating your boat? Are you feeling it? Are you kind of like it's a little bit all over the place? I think it's very unique, and I think that you can probably do so much with this one. I'm thrilled. Yay! Okay, and then finally the last palette that I picked up was this one right here by Natasha Denona. This was a Sephora purchase. Everything else I purchased from Ulta. This is the brand new Zendo eyeshadow palette. I have a first impression up on this, and I have a look up on Instagram if you guys want to check that out. But I love this. I actually have it on my eyes today. I only used one shade. This one right here, Belief. This is my new baby. I mean, it's a little bit similar to the Urban Decay Naked Wild West. One of my subscribers pointed that out to me, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I do see some similarities. I see some similarities, but I mean, I feel like they are somewhat pretty similar, but they're not exactly the same. But I feel like if you have that, do you really need this? Probably not, I'll be honest with you. I just think that palette is amazing, but Natasha's formula seriously is unbeatable, and I always say that. So if you do enjoy her formula and like this color story, I think it's beautiful. I do have all of the shades swatched here, but the look I created the other day with this was more of like a greenish, like reddish type of vibe. It was cute. It was really nice. I actually was like blown away at how beautiful they like blended out, even though I kind of knew it. But like, even though I use like the deep shades, and normally like I get nervous with that because it can go wrong very fast, this right here did not fall through. I think that this provides anything and everything under the sun. You get your more warmer but not overly warm tone shades here, cool tone shades, blues, greens, browns, orangey tone colors. This is one of her $65 pan palettes, so definitely a bit more, I guess, affordable compared to her $129 palettes. Also, the pan sizes of these are a bit smaller, but I definitely, let's hold this up. I definitely prefer this, these pan sizes more than the other one, because I mean, I'm just not gonna really go through a palette that quickly. But yeah, this is the 10th palette that I ended up purchasing recently, and it's one that I've been using pretty much since I purchased it. The other palettes are, I didn't really use those really, did I? No, none of those really. I don't think. Anyways, this is just a good one. It's a really nice one, and I'm obsessed. All right, I need to clean up my whole entire skirt right now. Everything and anything. I didn't expect to get so like eyeshadowy in this video, even though I was watching and all. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts and comments are below on this one. Let me know if you would like to see a part 2. I can definitely do that. There's still a nice chunk that, you know, I would love to purchase, test out, and let you guys know if they're good or not. Let me know which palette spoke to you the most. I would absolutely love to know. And yes, I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.